Greetings, Commanders! Welcome to Kerrash Landing episode 19, recorded on the 16th of December 2013. I'm Commander Kerrash, and in this episode we're carrying on with the Elite Dangerous Alpha. Gonna have a little bit of fun with this tonight. As always, viewer comments and suggestions are welcome, and on with the show. So, obviously, I've been playing around a little before starting the stream tonight, and I've just been getting used to a slightly different control method, messing around with the bindings. Got my boost button in somewhere I can find it. Now for some reason I couldn't find the button 31 on the X52 Pro. I could find button 32, I could not find 31, which was the default for the boost, so I've swapped it into mouse 2, which by default is clicking in on the mouse wheel under my left index finger, which seems quite natural. It's definitely easier to get that boost in now, so hopefully that'll help me with the combat. Also, I've been playing around a little with the flight assist mode on and off. I've got that on the right pinky finger, which works quite well. And let's demonstrate that now. I'll just fly in that little gap I can see there. Maximum speed, flight assist off. There we go. Whoosh. Definitely feels more responsive that way. Also with the flight stick on here, you've got a little digital POV hat under your left index finger, and that allows you to thrust laterally and vertically. So, greetings, Commander. A new face. You're also back, but not for the alpha. Oh, you're in the second beta. Awesome. It'd be great to see everyone that... I've been seeing everyone's faces on the... names pop up on the chat stream, but it'd be great once we've got multiplayer combat enabled. I think that's going to be awesome fun in here. So. I think just for fun, I'm going to try doing the next mission with flight assist off, just to see how badly I can fail for your entertainment. Absolutely right. I think your name is Text Too Hot. I'll you feel free to correct me if I've got that completely wrong. But yes, David Braben did define the modern space sim genre with the original Elite way back in '84. So this really is the great-great-grandchild, I suppose, of the original space sim. So cannot wait for it to be fully released early next year. Okay, flight assist off. Let's see how well I can, or how badly I can do. More to the point. I'm gonna crash into an asteroid. Okay, immense concentration now. Flight assist off is virtually impossible. Really is, I must admit. Still feel like I will be playing flight assist on majority of the time, as much as it's against the realism crowds thing. It does really seem like it's neon impossible to fly completely flight assist disabled. You will need some form of flight assistance, I think. Whoops. Forgot this ship in this scenario set up with the heat sink on the secondary fire. I was expecting a missile then. Obviously, each ship loadout on each one of the scenarios in the alpha is slightly different. Now my shields are failed. I think he's really going to hand it to me. Oh, while you're in luck, tech's too hot actually. I'm just going to let myself get destroyed there. I'll restart the scenario in a second. Track IR is going to be supported in, I think, the first beta, so that's going to be great fun to play around with all the different options there. I don't have track IR myself, but I do own a Oculus Rift dev kit, which is also going to be supported in the beta, so I'm going to try and stream that. Not sure exactly how what's going to be the best way of doing that so everyone can view it, but I'll try and get that set up so you can see me flap my head around wildly whilst I'm trying to play that. Commander Rustywiz, thinking of getting a joystick for this. I would recommend it. There are quite a few good ones out there. If I show you some of the listings of what's actually supported out of the box. I'm flying this with a X52 Pro, which is a little on the expensive side. It was a birthday present, so can't blame you too much. The X52 is just as good as the Pro, just slightly looser on the stick, but it's worth a try. The Fly 5 is also a good balance there, but I definitely would recommend getting one. It plays very well with something like an Xbox controller, with the default control pad system, but a stick is definitely an awesome way to play this game. That is right. Hesty Sport. There's all these new names popping up that I can't. I've got such a bad memory for things like names. I'm sorry if you have been watching before, but I'm terrible with names. Yes, this is definitely the type of game where a stick works very well. Deathwatch there. Crash. Webcam my face with the rift on in the corner. Ah, yes, I imagine everyone would thoroughly enjoy me seeing me scream as asteroids come flying close to my head. I have been trying to get a little webcam set up, but I'm sure everyone would probably not want to see my ugly mug frequently, so maybe when Rift support is enabled, that is a good idea. Actually, I'll make note of that. Maybe for a couple of streams I'll put my ugly face up for everyone to laugh at. Hi, Sharpshifter. Nice to see you there. Sorry for the chat. If it does seem like I'm annoying you, there is a fairly reasonable delay in the chat. It's like 30 seconds or so. So if I don't immediately see it, I'm not ignoring you. I just haven't seen your chat yet. Deathwatch, turn off flight assist. Yes, I was just trying to do that last one with flight assist, but I found that something like an 80-20 balance seems to be a better way of flying with flight assist off. If you turn it completely off, the game is pretty much unplayable, which is a shame, but it's meant to be difficult. I mean, that's kind of the point. So the best way to do it is to really kind of just turn the flight assist off to get a few cheap shots on these guys as they're flying around the asteroids and stuff. So I'll annoy him, get him to chase after me. Oh, got my red proximity alert then. There he is. And get the thrusters to automatically compensate for me by turning that flight assist back on. That seems to be a pretty good tactic. You can get the drop on ships with some pretty nifty maneuvers that you wouldn't otherwise be able to do. I'm going to chase this one for a little bit instead of making it a really short battle. I'm just going to taunt him. Come on. Come on. So one of the things that was asked on the forum today was, one of the things that people were talking about was heat wash from engines on large ships should cause damage to your ship. Later on there's a scenario where you fight a much larger ship, and that was confirmed actually, that if you get close up to a very big engine, you can't just sneak behind a ship right up close. You will get physical hull damage after that. You went for the cheaper Thrustmaster T-Flight Hotus X. Whoops. Stare at the chat. Crash into asteroid. Yes. That's not the first time I've done that. Yeah, the Thrustmaster's a good stick as well. So it's definitely worth investing in a stick if you can for this game. It makes all the difference. I was really surprised actually with this one. I mean, most of the games I've played with flight stick control are kind of... they work, but you just don't feel that right combination of accuracy and realism. With this, you know, you can get really, really accurate control up close for shooting like this, but you can also get full-on, you know, really crazy support for hard maneuvers such as that. Just kind of try and cut you off. Whoops. Ah, terrible. What's wrong with me? There we go, that's more like it. Come on. I'm going to stay up close to you when you explode. I could have taken him out several times now, but I'm just taunting him slightly. Whoa! Whoa, watch out for those bits of spacecraft. Just spin out the way slightly. Excellent. So I'll just answer a few questions in between now because I'm not getting shot at. Yes, I should probably give a shout out to Sharpshifter actually. Yes, I should say thank you for your streams as well. It's always nice to see everyone else in the community join in. This is one of the reasons why I got so enthusiastic about this game. Is the online community is fantastic for it, and all the people willing to spare their time to put content out there and get the word out there for the game. I mean, in fact, obviously being funded by a Kickstarter, if it wasn't for the community, we wouldn't have the game. So yeah, it's great to see everyone contributing so much to the cause, as it were. Whoosh. Surge detected. So I think that was confirmed the other day actually when you see the surge detectors, because they've moved their power pips, as they're referred to, into a system such as our engines to get away. Whoa, that was a close one. So the power pips are displayed on the bottom right hand of the system here. You can see sys, the HUD I should say, the sys, eng and weapons. There we go, lost your shields. And yeah, so when you see surge detected, I think that usually means that the NPC have just shoved some of their power into engines because they're trying to get away, so it's a good indication of the fact that they're trying to avoid you right now. And also there's loads of other people I should probably mention as well. I mean, there's one Vigor, or Vigor, however he wants to be pronounced. I know I'll be screaming Vigor at the top of my voice when he takes me out in multiplayer combat. He's doing some good videos as well. And countless others that I really should mention. There's a few other channels on Twitch which are worth checking out. I'm kind of thinking it might be worthwhile contacting some of these guys and saying when multiplayer combat is enabled, whether or not they'd like to do some sort of collab where we all get together and stream from multiple viewpoints, allow people to switch between cameras. I think that would be quite fun. So you can see us all shouting at each other as we're, well, hopefully not entirely competitively playing, but cooperative play would be fun as well. Once I take this guy out, I will check some of the chat messages. I missed a few. Should really put some of my weapons power up. That should be him down. Okie dokie. What did I miss? Will there be modding support in the final game? It's something that David Braben wants to add, but it's not currently planned in for the release. Obviously it's difficult to do and still keep the game balanced so people don't cheat or hack any of the game files. Will you be able to damage different parts of the ship? Damage one engine to change their maneuverability. Yes, there is subsystem damage enabled. If I switch a scenario, I can demonstrate that a bit quick to you. There already is some limited subsystem damage you can do. If we take out the Cobra, we might be able to show you that a bit quick. You like how the cockpit has so much room, like space, like in a car. Yes, this is one of the more, how could you put it, compact hulls, if you will. It's nice, you know. It's kind of like a reasonable sized car. There are much bigger ships planned as well, with much bigger hulls and cockpits. Some of them with small decks that you can float around with handles and whatnot. This is one of the things that I really like about the Elite series. There's no strange artificial gravity business going on. It's about as real to space as you can get. So you know, there's going to be some really interesting gameplay that comes out of that, I think. Ooh, asteroid just hit the side of the thing there. Let's target Misfortune. I cannot for the life of me. I can't get the subsystem track. I think I've disabled one of the keyboard bindings when I was messing around. Okay, so we're trying to target his shield gen just to demonstrate. So he's just over there to the left of me now. He's trying to get away. My wingman has just shot at him. I'll just catch up with him now. So he's got there's a little orange plus sign that you can see on the edge of his hull there. That is effectively where his shield generator is. So if I can do more damage to that particular area, I can prevent his shields from firing back up. You see in the bottom left corner as well where I've targeted a subsystem. I've got a different readout now with shield gen 100% for him. So I've and I think what you get actually is you see that the lead marker actually it actually follows the subsystem I've targeted rather than just the center of the ship. So oh, whoa, he just, whoa, I scared him so much he tried to get away and just clip the side of the asteroid there. Let's give that one more go. Sorry, text too hot. Yes, you can look around. That's one of the things they've done early on after announcing Oculus Rift support. So obviously, when you can naturally just turn your head out and look around the cockpit, it is going to be an awesome sight. I cannot wait for that. That's one thing I'm looking forward to. Oh, you can target individual missiles as well, and if I'm crafty enough, I may be able to pop this missile off, yep, before it got close to me. So, I'll tell you what, wait for my wingman to annoy him a little bit, and I will... See, it may be worthwhile if I take out his drives to disable his movement. That might be a better demonstration. Take out one of his drives, like you said in the comment there. And that's right. I'm going to abbreviate that to backup because I'm afraid I'm terrible at pronunciation. But yeah, you have to get the shields down on the ship before you can start doing damage to subsystems underneath the shields. So there's a little bit of tactics involved. You have to kind of pick your targets wisely. And that's one of the things I found with subsystem damage, I think still needs a little bit of balance yet, is... oh, that's my weapons about to reload. Yeah, the subsystem damage is kind of... If you get to the point where their shields are down, you start damaging them, it seems to be, at the moment at least, it feels a little bit too easy to just basically outright destroy them. so there doesn't appear to be that much of a benefit of actually targeting subsystems right now. I'm hoping that's something which will get balanced out quite a bit more though. Right, the shields are down, and we've got, whoa, my shields are down as well. So the Sidewinder is quite nippy when it needs to be. So that's where I need to shoot. You can see obviously where his drive is. It's quite apparent with the Cobra, with the two large exhaust ports on the back there. If you don't know where the engines are on the Cobra, you're not an elite fan. Ooh, we got one hit. Took his hull down slightly, but his engine's recharged before I can get a good hit on him. Just trying to catch up with some comments there. You took the Anaconda shields down. Oh, sorry, I'm getting shot at again. Battered the beam laser, and even the Anaconda exploded just before it was still 100%. Yeah, I think I know what you mean there, but I didn't explain it very well when I was reading it out. Yeah, I've pretty much had the same problem I've seen, is that by the time you get the shields down and start blasting at that subsystem you're targeting, you end up doing so much damage to the hull that you don't actually seem to make any difference. But that is something which will come with balance, obviously. Like this now, his hull's 86%, but his engine or his drive that I'm targeting is still 100. So. Does seem to be a little bit easier with like the beam lasers and whatnot, because they've got a slight tracking behavior in the way that they work. Now you can see I've got his hull down to 50 out. I've been targeting his engines, but at the moment I haven't actually got a good hit on them. I do like the variations in weapons that we've seen in the alpha. Actually, there's quite a few more weapons than what I was actually expecting. It's nice, like things like the auto cannon here has about half a second spin up time. They have to reload at some point after the clip is exhausted. You can hear it running out there, and that's what that sounds like, a recharging sound of some description, but that's what that sound is effectively. Boo! Dear, I thought he was going to try and fly into me. So, fortunately, his shields were lower than mine. Oops, sorry if I've missed a few questions. Just saw my name flash there. Kerrash, can you fly close to the Anaconda and look into the cockpit? Okay then, I will take out this Cobra, and then I will go to the mission with the Anaconda. Usually I end up bumping into it and annoying it so much that it starts firing at me, but I will try and approach it gradually. Come on, what's my wingman playing at? Doing all the work here. Oh, you can actually see I got one clean hit then. His hull's down to 10%, but if you look on the left hand side, his drive is now at 95%. Not that that's going to make any difference now, because just a handful more hits on his hull probably cause him to explode anyway, but yeah. There you go. Boom! Proves a point though. It is possible. You can get subsystem damage on there. Very, very difficult at the moment though. Okie dokie. Here we go. Let's take on that anaconda. That's what. Good point. If the cockpit is shadowed, well, I'll tell you what I do. I'll turn because this ship has little headlights basically for exploring wreckage and whatnot. So I'll turn the headlights on, see if I can do it. That a salvo of 6 missiles is good, isn't it? Yes, that's what I quite like. You see on the left-hand side here, you've got the small missile thing. Now, I thought when I saw small missile weapon mount, I should say. When I first saw it, I thought 6 missiles. I thought, well, that's not very good. Well, actually, you got 6 out of 24 there, so it will reload little packages of missiles in between using it. Croy, greetings, Commander. Nice to see you here. So let's see if we can get up close to this this anaconda, and just have a peek inside his cockpit. Whoa! Whoa! I thought that was one of the federal fighters, and I thought if I bumped into one of those, they would not be happy with me whatsoever. That is the bottom, isn't it? That is the top. Yep, that's the top. What I'm going to have to do is get out in front of him a little, do a 180. Come on, come on. Ah, 6 degrees of freedom. He is moving at some rate of knots, so I'm going to have to get a little bit closer to them. He seems to keep rotating around. I thought that was just me, but no, he is rotating around for some daft reason. Oh, whoa, whoa. Oh dear. Oh, no, he wasn't too annoyed with that slight bump. This is the problem, that he's, you know, he's moving at some speed here, so. Problem is he doesn't seem to be moving in a straight line as well. He doesn't really have a target. I think the AI has just been set up to basically kind of go in a loop, really. So, kind of predicting where he's going to go to, so I can Ooh, Croy, you're going to build a Sidewinder in Minecraft. I am so there. I'm a closet Minecraft fan. I know, it's just one of those games, it's like heroin addiction. I do like Minecraft. Come on. See, I've got to get in front of him because the cockpit's mostly forward facing, so. Here we go, up reverse. So this is another thing that was mentioned on the forums today, actually, with people were saying that reverse thrust in the Sidewinder seems a little overpowered. Which I can see where they're coming from. I mean, there is this current exploit you can do at the moment where if you just keep flying backwards and shooting at the AI, they will just keep gradually approaching you. I think this AI is set up to we zoom in a little. I think the AI is set it to avoid me, which is why this thing keeps trying to spin out. definitely something there. Can't quite make it out though. So that is very difficult to work in reverse and compensate for that. Oh, cool! You've got yeah, definitely. Well, if you want to invite me to the server, then by all means, you can send me a PM with the details if you want on the Frontier forums. I am just simply Kerrash on the forums. It'll be great to check that out. Greetings, Commander Jan. So we're just trying to get a sneaky look inside the cockpit of the Anaconda. So I'm trying to set myself up into a reverse maneuver. Is that the underside? I think I'm on the wrong side, aren't I? Yeah. Which way's up in space, honestly? It's quite an awesome looking ship when you look at all the details, isn't it? Get the proximity alerts on there. Yes, yes, I know. I'm performing a non-standard maneuver. We're well aware of this. Oh, don't... just as I was getting myself in a reasonable position, he thrust me. You can see that massive cargo bay on the bottom of this. You're going to be able to do some serious trading with this beauty when we get to play with it. Whoops! Dong! Proximity, yeah, definitely the bridge is on the top of that thing. Yeah, you can imagine him staring out of the cockpit. Oh, these bloody joyriders. Oh, I'm sorry. I was distracted then. Ah, dear. Right, I'm going to have to leave it there 30 seconds. I've got something flashing up at me I just need to fix. Apologies for that. Updates, antivirus. Oh, I couldn't really care. Is the computer working? Yes, it is. Great, fine, thank you. Try and get another look at the cockpit. Yes, I'll try and get in close to that so you can have a nose. Get a small amount of zoom on the cockpit I discovered the other day. Just get closer to the scanner there. Come on, get my wingman out of the way. Am I on the right side? It is this side, isn't it? Love the sound of that Anaconda coming charging at you as well. It is a little bit imposing when you see something that large and sounding that awesome. I'm gonna get really close. I've completely lost it. I can hear it. There we go. I could hear it. I could not see it. Oh, he's maneuvering again. Trying to fly in reverse. I tell you what, it is not a fun job. Crashes on the starboard bow, starboard bow, starboard bow. I've not heard that song in years. I love it. Is David in the bridge? I'm not sure which ship David's going to prefer, actually. It'd be interesting to know what his favourites are. You take it I'm going to be the one who docks in reverse. Well, you know, if anything for a challenge. I do rather like taking crazy maneuvers. The problem is he keeps vectoring away from us, so he's trying my best to match my velocity vector with him. Even with flight assist, that's not an easy task, especially when he keeps trying to move out of the way, you know. Definitely something in there, isn't there? Oh, every time we get so close and then he just dips below the horizon. There we go. You're going to dock without any flight assist. I would pay money to see that. I take my hats off to you. Radar, are you Stigran? Are you talking to me? In which case, no, definitely not. To dock sideways for giggles, yeah, that would be fun. Whoopsie! Ah, it's just a scratch, don't worry. Insurance will cover it. Oh, he crashed into me that time. Does the Anaconda behave differently if your hard points are retracted? Good point. Let's tuck those away. I'm just your friendly trader passing through the star system. Don't look at me or the conspicuous-looking wingmen. We honestly just want to help you on your way. As much as I'm taking the mick there, I mean, that is one of the really cool things that you probably can do in the full game, is that if you come across someone following a trade run like this, and they were getting attacked, you could choose to join in and help them rather than just blow them out of the sky. Obviously this scenario has been set up specifically for that eventuality, but that is one of the cool things that we've been promised in the game, and I cannot wait to try out all those different possibilities. Oh dear, yes, that wasn't my fault. Clearly he was in the wrong, officer. Deathwatch, you said that ages ago. I'm sorry if I missed that. Like I said, there's a huge delay on the chat, and in these last few episodes, it's been so much more popular that I have not been able to keep up with the chat. I'm afraid there's been so many requests coming through on there. Very hard to follow everything. I will endeavour to do my best there. Let's turn flight assist off for a second. Should have done that all along, really, shouldn't I? So that's one of the cases where flight assist does allow you to perform maneuvers that otherwise would be very, very tricky. Oh, there is an empty commander seat in there. I guess they haven't put the commander models in there. Okay, with that I think I am just going to start a fight, which I will inevitably lose with no shields and 46% hull, but yeah, that definitely shows there is actually a bridge inside there. There's quite a large space as well, so there we go. Shield malfunction there. Thermal overload on the weapons because I've put no power into the cooling systems. Where's the Condor gone? Can't see him. Can anyone see him? Cannot see him. That's going to make an epic screen cap. Yes, I wish I could have captured that at the same time as recording it. I hope someone caught it. Has anyone got fast enough fingers to do a screenshot of that bridge? I could try, certainly. Yeah, I mean, the video will be available for everyone to have a look at it later on, so I imagine if you pause it and grab it later on, you should be able to capture that image of the Anaconda bridge there. You can have a nose at it. I'm sure that will cause some discussions on the forums. Ram raid, gotta love it. Rightio. I do rather like flying in amongst the asteroids. So as always, I'm open to viewer suggestions and everything. If there's anything else you want me to demonstrate for you, it will be my pleasure. That's what the show's all about, really. That and me trying to avoid crashing into asteroids. Oops. Forgot to get my my weapons out in time there. Incoming missile. Little nudge of flight assist off. Get behind you. Did I get a chance to play with the graphics settings configure, and is it possible to override stuff by just tweaking the settings? Yep, that's a good question, Corey. I did have a look at the settings on there. I know that's naughty, but I do like to dig around in these things. I'm a bit of a modder in my spare time, you know, being a software dev by profession, so it's one of those things that interest me. Yeah, I did have a quick look at the XML file. It's sneakily hidden behind a bunch of file system permissions, so it is definitely possible to edit the file though, and I just had a quick look at it. Practically the only thing I saw which might improve the graphics quality currently was the shadow depth. There's a certain distance at which shadows are rendered, so I could probably improve that slightly, get the shadows to render at a further draw distance. There we go. Right, the wine didn't help the singing, but it's taken effect now. Deathwatch, you're going to go for a Eagle Mark II tuned for speed with miniguns and heat sinks. Interesting configuration. I cannot wait until we can start playing around with ship configurations, and hopefully that's one of the earlier updates to the alpha we can play with. It'll be interesting to see all the possible variations of ships that people can come up with. Stay out the way of you, mister. Spark 4M. What happens if you turn off the engines on the right pane while working afterburner? Speed will remain the same or decrease. Okie dokie, let's give it a go. I think I've tried that. Let's just put it up into maximum thrust. Kick in the afterburner. Turn off the drives. The only thing that's happening here is my ship's overheating because my engines are disabled. This is one of the things that's been noted actually for the alpha, is disabling your engines in the side view here. It seems to also disable your heat vents on your ship. I don't know whether that's an intentional part of the design. Oops. But yeah, obviously it causes you a few issues if you're Oops, missed that one. It causes you a few problems if your heat fins are disabled. Then all ship systems are going to continue to overheat and cause you problems. So I was aware of that problem happening in other situations. I didn't realise it happened in with the afterburner on. Sharpshifter, wonder if it'd be possible to stack torpedoes, assuming they'll be slow. Your ship will be fast enough. Used against massive ships, so assuming if I'm going fast enough I can kind of just fire 1, 2, 3, 4 so they all come flying it and hitting the target pretty much at the same time. I assume so. I mean, if probably would allow for that. Oh, you're planning on being a bounty hunter? Okie dokie. I would try not to get too much of a bounty on my head. Boomski. Too much chatty, not enough play. I should pronounce it Rygar. Aha! Right, I'm sorry. I would try to remember that. It's one of the things I'm not particularly good at is names. So are a few people having issues with buffering tonight? It was something that was causing problems last night. We were dropping chat as well. I mean, if people are having the Deathwatch, I should join the Thargoid for her Delance thread. Yes, yeah, I've popped in a couple of times, looked around, and didn't know where to put myself. So I'm not very good at that kind of thing, I must admit. I'm more of a lurker in that respect. We can fit in that gap. I can see a gap there. So it seems to be that no matter how you hide from these things in silent mode, they're just too, yeah, that's what I thought. Doesn't seem to be an effective way from hiding of them. The only way I've found of getting away from them at the moment is getting way outside of their scanner range. Incoming missile way. Ta-ta. Another incoming missile? How very dare you? Have they removed the relative speed to selected target in Elite Dangerous? I'm sure hopefully fine Orlies won't have a capped speed limit like the Alpha. I think it's all being tweaked and changed, so I'm not exactly sure how much will persist over from Alpha. It'll be interesting to see, I must admit. At the moment I do think all the ships have an effective speed cap, but that's more to do with the way that the flight assist works, I think. Kerrash, try a run through asteroids with flight assist off, forward at full speed, but then only using vertical and lateral thrust to clear the belt. Okay. There we go, flight assist off. I'll leave it rotating for fun. Right, yeah, that should be interesting. Let's go into boost as well. Yeah, I think ships during combat mode, they have a limit of, I think, up to 500 meters a second, something in that range. I mean, it's all being tweaked and optimized. It's kind of the point of the alpha, really, is to get a feel for it and see if everyone's happy with it. Crash, can you do the Kessel run in less than 12 parsecs? Yes, but only if I warp space and time. Ah, see? Thought you'd catch me out there with the relativistic question there. Parsecs is a unit of distance, not a unit of time. It is fun with flight assist off, I must tell you that. Oh, incoming missile. This should be interesting with flight assist disabled. Oh, there's the trail of it anyway. Where is he? Whoa, he's around. He's around. There he is. Delete. Oh yeah, machine gun is really not the best weapon to be using. With flight assist off, my word. You cannot train on that target at all. Yeah, yep. My arm's starting to ache just fighting the stick. So that is the one good thing actually with the boost. If you enable the boost with the flight assist off, it does tend to cause enough of an addition to your velocity vector to kick you out of a spin, at least moderately anyway. It's not, so yeah, it tends to center slightly better when you put the boost in. Oh, I'm going to put some more energy into systems there because we're getting shot from behind as I'm checking the chat. Ooh, that was close. That was even closer. Oh, not as close as that. You all knew it was going to end up that way, weren't you? Tell me how you're going to fight at 400 meters per second in an asteroid field. Very carefully. Asteroids orbit planets at multi-kilometers a second speed. Yes, but if they're all orbiting at the same speed, then they will appear to be stationary relative to each other. So. How did I cheat? Sorry, I missed that. What did I do? Which was cheating. I'll redo it if that's the case. Oh, I couldn't quite get that one. Come and get me. Come on. Come on. surge detected on my wingman as well. Oh, the immense concentration. Boom! Leave no survivors! Oh, that's going to be so much fun when you see the little commander pop out with his rem lock on. You can choose to, you know, spare him or just, I don't know, make him bounce on your cockpit glass. Oh, sorry. Yes, I see what you mean there, Croy. Yes, only using lateral and vertical thrust. I started banking and rolling. Didn't even think about that, actually. You want me to perform an emergency stop whilst remaining in complete control of the vehicle. Let's go to the other scenario. So Deathwatch, you're going to go for chaff and heat sinks and miniguns for an anti-fighter class. It is going to be really interesting actually when we can start kitting all our ships out with different options. So I did do this mission earlier on and I realised that you don't even need... Whoa. You don't even need to shoot at him, you can just ram him. If he stays still long enough. Ugh, complete fluke. Unfortunately it was before I was recording, so it would have been funny if I'd done that. Blood splatter on your canopy. Yes. Maybe that's the Carmageddon fan in me, sorry. Boom. Yes, I mean this poor little ship has no shields whatsoever, so I can just batter him around like a football just for fun. The ironic thing is the AI doesn't account for that as a hostile action at the moment, so obviously the AI is just placeholder, has no motive other than to just fly around avoiding asteroids right now. Oh, missed him. I must have just got a lucky hit on him earlier on when he couldn't avoid everything, so he just sat there and let me ram him. Dong! This space ain't big enough for the both of us. Oh, a couple of questions there, I'm sorry. Try the wolf pack scenario without using any weapons. See if you can finish it with only ramming him. I think the Cobra's got bigger shields than mine, so I'll just end up blowing up there. But I'll give that a go in a second. I'm pretty sure I will end up dead, just for the fun of it. If you turn engines on the right panel, If you turn off engines on the right panel, flight assistance is also turned off. No, it appears flight assist is still on, but the maneuvering of the ship is severely disabled. I can still separately turn flight assist on and off. Yeah, flight assist is detached from drives. Can you think of any way to hack the client so the HUD is entirely transparent or gone? Yes, I can think of several ways, but I probably won't. I probably won't break my install for that. I have been looking at, actually, there are some really, really interesting things in the game files that I don't know whether I'm supposed to know about, but interesting nonetheless. The only reason I could think of not having a HUD is to make nicer screenshots, but other than that. Assuming there is going to be some sort of... Oh, good night, Sparkin. Destroy the misfortune. I would try this. It's a crazy, crazy thing, but I would try it. Just gonna ram him. A cinematic camera and various other things like that. Yeah, it'd be nice to have something where we can do a little bit of machinima, or whatever they call it, and do some nice recordings and whatnot for some fan-made videos. It's always handy to have things like that. I think there's been talks of plans of having some way of having drones, perhaps, or some way of having external views and whatnot. So it should be possible. Not just yet, though. I don't think. I'm not going to shoot you. I just need my targeting reticule so I know where you are. Dong! Oh! What on earth happened there? What happened is my shields got very much destroyed and his were barely scratched. It's just a flesh wound. Oh, if he carries on doing things like that, I might be able to take him out. Oh, if I could actually hit him. Seems wrong. I mean, it's a vintage Mark III. Why would you ram it? He is a little bit faster than my poor old Sidewinder, though. Even with engines on max power and full boost, he's still outdoing me. Dong! Okay, yeah. That seriously didn't do me any favours. Oh dear. Yes, I really don't think I'm going to be able to take him out. Being a much bigger ship with much more powerful shields and everything like that, ramming him is just not going to be option. Now if I had something like a Panther Clipper LX, oh yeah, see my shield generators are malfunctioning there, trying to recharge. They don't take kindly to being battered around. Oh, I missed him. Missed him by half inch. Mind you, that probably would have completely destroyed me ramming him like that. That was close. It's going to be immense fun when this is an NPC and that wingman is another human player. This sort of combat is just going to be really, really interesting, where you can coordinate with other people. Whoa! Oh, missed him, missed him. Even with my shields at full power, 5% hull, one ram on this thing and he's gonna totally own me. Funny how the AI is still trying to avoid me even though I'm virtually no threat to him whatsoever. Ah, greetings, Cupid. Cupid Stunt. It's a great forum name, by the way. I did like that one when I first spotted it. Just reminded me of Carmageddon as well. So just my itchy trigger finger. I just want to shoot at him with my lasers. Well, my cannons. Either way, I want to fire at him from a distance. But no, no, 'tis not the challenge. Oh, he really has such better maneuverability than the side. Well, not maneuverability so much, but engine power. Cobra can definitely. Oh! My word, the boost was enough to force me away. Wasn't expecting that. Oh! Whoa! Oh, crikey. I cannot get the drop on him. Ooh, yes, I knew that would do the trick. Ah, see, as I predicted, no, there is not really possible to defeat him just by ramming. He's a much bigger ship. I think with this one I might stand a chance, actually. Being very evenly matched. If I can stay out of his way long enough, I might be able to do that. Yeah, it would be interesting if there's the AI still doesn't account for that being ramming being a hostile action. Ooh, that's about the closest to the hyperspace effect I've got so far. I'm assuming that's currently a placeholder effect at the moment, I'm not sure. I do like the distortion on it, looks pretty cool. Obviously hyperspace is not currently enabled in this version, so let's put all our power on. Whoa, obviously he's as maneuverable as me, so whilst what he lacks in forward momentum, he can make up for in maneuverability. Don't need any weapon powered, what do we need that for? Oh my word. Okay, that's the first time I've flown entirely with the... Whoops! With the sensor suite turned off. That really does make things interesting. You see the scanner has gone completely dead. Although the positional sound, where the sound of his engine is simulated by my onboard computer, really does help the understanding of whereabouts he is. Otherwise it would be like flying blind, I suppose. Balance my speed so that he doesn't shoot away and pull some fast maneuver at the last second. No. Okay, this is not going good. Oh no. Oh, damn you, tag. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. What are we losing? Oh dear. We've got glass cracking. That's not good. Ooh, yep. Oh, it's too much fun. Yeah, you managed to get that name approved, yes. Yeah, it's nice that Frontier gave everyone the ability to name people in the game. Well, everybody at a certain Kickstarter backer level. I personally, I used the chance to make the NPC name after my father, who unfortunately passed away in 2001. And he would have loved this game, absolutely loved it. Anything to do with space. And he got me into computers at a very young age. I kind of acquired his first ZX Spectrum. So yes, he's to blame for me Me being such a mad space and computer fan. Well, the AI is pretty good at avoiding someone on its tail, I'll give it that. I must admit, it is challenging to keep them in your sights. It's only when they get aggressive and they attempt to just run at you firing that in that instance they're fairly easy to hit, I must admit. That's what we do actually, is we're encourage him to come flying at us. That way he'll we might be able to take him out. Nearly, nearly. Oh, my trigger finger is itching. Sorry. Ah. Yeah, that is a good point actually, Commander Jan. There, it's going to be interesting to see how you can customize your avatar and all that jazz when it becomes an option. I think in the last dev diary they showed some of the first concepts of the commander get-ups. You could get various different styles that you could set your avatar up with. I do like the fact that anyone who is a ship commander wears a kind of almost like pajamas, I suppose, a skin-tight spacesuit to keep you protected in all those unfortunate situations you find in space. The Crimson Triumph. Ah, no, I can't quite get the drop on him. Yeah, I'm gonna let him take me out whilst I read some questions. Your parents got you an Atari 2600 and then a C64 with Elite. Ah, like in '85. Ah, I remember those. C64. I was so envious of the people that got the C64. Oh, the Amiga 500. The Amiga 500 was a fantastic machine. Turn off my shields. Just let him take me out. I surrender. Help, help. I'm being attacked. Okay. Enough fun. Ah, typical. See? Take him out without shields, which I need shields for. Shields are overrated. Get out of my space sector. Son of me beach. Ah, dear. Oh, the Specky C64 rivalry. Yes. Jet Set Willy. Love Jet Set Willy. Manic Miner. Awesome. Love those games. If we could design our ship's livery, what would it be like? Good question, actually. I don't know. I mean, I'd probably go for probably a dark ship design. I was always liked the black eagles that sometimes spawned in Frontier Elite 2. So I mean, that's definitely the colour of choice when you're in space, I suppose. Hide from everything. Okie dokie, I've just noticed the time on there. I think what I might do, guys, actually, is I will take a short break here, so I can cut the stream into 2 1.5-hour slots tonight. I should be able to do the stream to be a little bit longer than normal. So, I will just set this up for you. Okie dokie, so Kerrash Landing will be right back.